All right. What is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. As you can see, Bitcoin has exploded massively to the upside. And so now a lot of the top crypto stocks, all right, have a lot of people's attention. We're going to break down Riot in today's video. We're going to break down Mara. And then we're also going to take a look at BKKT. This is backed holdings. Okay. Give you guys my thoughts and opinions on all of those charts here at the moment. All right, but as always, the content provided on this channel is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. So please be sure to read through the disclaimer. If you're new to the channel, I started a completely free newsletter for you guys called Investment Intelligence, giving out free trade ideas as well as free valuable content related to finance and the different markets every single week. Right, this was a trade idea on Tesla. This is what they look like, highlighting the conditions. Right, you can see that that trade played out very nicely. This was another one on SWK, highlighting the conditions we were looking at and the price targets to the downside. After the rising wedge. That one also played out very nicely. So if you're fans of free, valuable content and free trade ideas, sign up for that newsletter using the link in the description. All right. You can also join the Investment Intelligence Discord. I just launched it. If you want to see all of the different trade ideas that I have and that we go over, you can use the link in the description to sign up for the Investment Intelligence Discord, right? And you can also check out my Ko-Fi page, click on commissions here, and that is where you can actually book a 30-minute or 1-hour session with me. I do these one-on-one sessions all the time, and all of the Investment Intelligence Discord members get a discount as well on those training sessions, on those one-on-one sessions. So let's go ahead and hop into the video. And as we mentioned, Bitcoin, if you watched my last video on Bitcoin, right, we talked about how this was going to be a liquidity grab here, okay, for the next push higher. That after these liquidity grabs, we typically see a very large move to the upside, and that's exactly what we got in Bitcoin, right? So now our next area of liquidity that we just blew past is going to be that 32,000 region, right around there. It's a little bit, above and below that area, but Bitcoin has basically been trading in these systematic buying algorithms, okay, really since the beginning of 2023, right? And you can see where the buying algo step in, and it's very structured, right? You have a buying algo in between here, you have a buying algo in between here, and you have a buying algo in between here, right? And we're just trading. I mean, just look at the simple structure, right? It's very simple structure, bullish structure, and you have to be able to spot the points of liquidity, right? So we have our major areas of liquidity. We have here, and our next one above is going to be around that 38,000 region. So being that we're rejecting this trend line right here, and we're now in this buying algorithm here and we initially started off in the beginning of the year, you want to be cautious, right? You don't want to be buying right here at this moment. Typically, you would look for a pullback of this and retest of this zone here, and then push higher, okay? It's very possible we can step back up into this channel here, okay, and that would progress us to that 38,000 region. But take a look how overbought we are on the daily. Now, just because we're this overbought doesn't mean that Bitcoin needs to crash. All right. It's showing lots of strength and it's very strong at the moment. Okay, and you can see what happened last time. We were pretty much this overbought on the RSI. We started to form some bearish divergence as price action continued to go higher. So that's something you're going to want to look out for, right? Is if Bitcoin continues to make higher highs, right, and we continue to trade in here and make higher highs, but we start to make lower highs for the RSI, that's going to be signs of a potential pullback that you want to be paying attention for. Now, let's dive into some of these stock charts, and this is Riot right here. Riot, we were just talking about this one in the Discord. It broke out above its trend line, but it's still trading below the 61.8% retracement level. That's a very important level, okay? Once you can get above this 61.8% retracement level, that's when the odds greatly increase of getting a 100% retracement back up to 1250 for Riot. Okay, you use the fibs to identify trend continuation versus reversals, right? Nothing moves in a straight line down, nothing moves in a straight line up. You get a move down retracement continuation lower or a move up retracement continuation higher, right? And so, all of this is healthy retracement territory to potentially continue the downtrend. Now, given the strength that we're seeing in Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin continues to show strength, it's possible that these stocks right here will continue to show strength as well. So what you look for is a reversal, right? And so you can also use the fibs to identify reversals, not just trend continuation. If you move down, retrace, and you start to consolidate and break above those retracement levels, right, that's how you can spot a potential reversal. And that's what we're going to be looking for here, is if we can start to consolidate and break out above $11.06, that's when we're going to be bullish on Riot ultimately, right? We're going to be bullish above 1106, and you can manage your risk much better with the stop slightly below 1106 at whatever, meets your risk tolerance. And then you'd look for a retracement of that 1250 area. If you notice, there's a small gap up to fill, okay, right here, just above 1250. Okay, just under $13. So, if we can get above that 1106, flip 1106 to support from resistance, then it's very possible we get that 100% retracement to 1250, potentially even the gap fill up to $13. Okay. The next one we're going to look at is going to be Mara. So Mara, very textbook, supply and demand, support and resistance, right? You see old support, old demand becomes new resistance, right? So, we establish support and demand here, we push up and then we reverse, come back, retest this area now as supply and continue pushing lower. So we're back in an area and testing an area of overhead supply at the moment. This is not when you necessarily want to be going long. Okay, there's a gap down to fill now after the huge gap up today. And we're in an area where there was prior support that got turned into new resistance. So we look for a breakout retest of this area, flip it back to demand, and then push higher. That area is going to be right around 1050 to about $11 on Mara. That's going to be your key zone that you need to pay attention to right now. For BKKT, for backed holdings, it's really not getting any love compared to some of the other crypto stocks. Now, it is testing a key level that it double bottomed in back in March and in this summer. Okay, that level is going to be right around $1.09. But just like the other ones, it's not really getting that strong pop that we get to the upside. Now, if we can break this trend line, we have 122, 128, and 134. Those are going to be your major resistance levels. And again, ultimately, we're not going to be bullish until we're above 134. That's your 61.8% retracement. So, if we can get a breakout of the trend line, what you need to be cautious of is a look above and fail, right? If we break out, come to these levels and reject, all right, that's not going to be a good sign. You'd rather see a breakout, pullback, retest, and then push higher and get above that 134 level. And that's where you want to start trading above. Now, it does have some bullish divergence here that really hasn't played out in the stock, right? We're continuing to make lower lows here while the RSI is continuing to make higher lows here. So there is a little bit more, of a technical thesis that this thing could be primed for a move to the upside, especially given the fact that it's not, following the others as much as Bitcoin is. Okay, so these are the three crypto related stocks that I'm watching right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to sign up for the Investment Intelligence newsletter using the link in the description, giving out free valuable finance content as well as free trade ideas every single week. And then if you want to, you can join the Investment Intelligence Discord, okay? And you can get access to all of the trade ideas, not just the select few that we put in the newsletter. I try to do 1 or 2 a week in the newsletter. But if you want to see all the different trade ideas, you can join the Discord. And if you ever feel like you need a little bit of one-on-one time, right, you can always book me for a 30-minute or 1-hour session by using the Ko-Fi page. Link is in the description for that as well. That's also where you can request a specific YouTube video on the topic of your choice. All right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.